Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Kosi's Arsenal podcast. My name is Kosi, and these are my thoughts at halftime. In the second minute, Aston Villa get a goal. It's 1 Aston Villa, 0 Arsenal at the Villa Park. A game I predicted 2-1 in favor of Aston Villa, and I'm just pissed off. You know, we are playing as if we have already given in. There is no confidence in that first half. There is no confidence on the ball. There is no creativity. It's like we've gone back to the dull Arsenal we were back in November. Smash the like button, get your subscriptions in. These are my thoughts at halftime, and of course I'll complete this video at full time. So it's going to be halftime, full time. These are my thoughts at halftime. At the end of the video, I'll come back at the end of the match actually and complete this video with my thoughts in the second half. Look, I want to ask a question, a simple question. Why is Cedric taking our free kicks? I asked this question against Wolves, and I don't know how I didn't include it in my match reaction, but you know, good enough. Now I still remember. Why is Cedric Soares taking our free kicks? Why? What special thing does Cedric possess to take free kicks for Arsenal? How many times has he taken free kicks, and how many times has he, a free kick that cannot go beyond the first man who's 10 yards away? I mean, we've got to be more serious. We've got to be serious. I know it could be a season over for Arsenal. It could be that Arsenal is no longer fighting for the trophy, for top 4, for top 6, but we've got to be serious. There's no way Cedric is taking our free kicks on a pitch where Pepe is, on a pitch where we have Saka, on a pitch where we have Granit Xhaka. There's no way Cedric is taking free kicks, and he's taking free kicks every time. They're leaving free kicks for Cedric, even as close, free kicks as close as 40 yards away. What is Cedric going to do with that free kick? What has he done ever since he started taking free kicks for us to trust him with free kicks? No, I'm just done. That is a ridiculous decision. But going back to the overall game, I think Aston Villa started so well, and that is what we said. You've got to start very, very well. You've got to start on the front foot. They started on the front foot. 2 minutes in, they have a goal. Watkins. Now he has scored 3 goals against Arsenal this season, home and away, and I think that is just brilliant. They've been just brilliant. The way they're manning the midfield, Joe McGinn, Rossi Barkley, Jack Grealish. I say, you want to stop Villa, you've got to stop their midfield, and we are not stopping them. We are actually giving them a go in the at halftime. We are just allowing them to peruse through, just moving through the midfield. Yeah, and I don't see any attacking threat in Arsenal. There isn't any attacking threat. We get the ball. We're trying to drive it forward. Pepe is the only person trying to create something. It looks like everything else is dead. And don't get me wrong, I think Saka has been brilliant in the first half, but the end product has been very, very, very zero. His end product has been zero. He's been trying to get that ball in dangerous areas, but we need him to get more into dangerous areas. And I'm gonna blame Mikel Arteta for this. I said, in my match preview, you've got to start a player like Martin Odegaard. You need to control the game. We don't have control over this game, and the problem is we don't have a player who can control games, and that's the reason as to why he brought Martin Odegaard. I just wonder why he doesn't give him playing time. That's the reason as to why you have a player like Martin Odegaard in your squad. You've got to control games. They have Grealish. They're controlling this game. You need to play like Martin Odegaard. At least can we control the game for 10 minutes? And if you do not play like Martin Odegaard, you can't do that. If you you need that kind of player who can give you that spell, on the ground. That player who can actually make sure that you're leading, whether you have scored or not. And I think for me, that's Odegaard. He needs to come on that pitch. We need to break through the lines. Look, their defensive, their back line is so good, and they have a super goalkeeper. Super goalkeeper. So there is no way we are going to break them down and break their goalkeeper when we are blunt, predictable like that. Big up to Pepe. I think at halftime, he's doing so well. I also think Saka is doing actually well. But we need to create more chances. Emile Smith-Rowe, I don't think is having any problems. That is what he does. Drives the ball forward. He's doing it. Spreading play to the wings. He's doing it. But now we need a player like Martin Odegaard. Someone who gets that ball, goes straight at them. We need to go straight at them. This kind of going sideways and sideways is so predictable. We've seen it doesn't work. We've been there. We've been there. It's an awful first half where I'm really pissed. Really pissed. There are no chances to talk about. I mean, if you're an Arsenal fan and you really talk about chances missed, then you're nuts at halftime. You're just smoking something. There are no chances to talk about, but there are spells where I've had the ball. And Cedric is taking free kicks. Send me the drama. We have already had enough drama this season. Enough drama. Look, halftime is 1-0. I'm coming back at exactly the end of the second half to talk about the overall second half and the game. But just on my thoughts at halftime, I think we are still below Aston Villa. If they deserve to be ahead, they deserve to win it. We need to come into that game in the second half, try to show that we need to deserve to win a game. Yeah, it's not all about being Arsenal and then being Aston Villa, because we have seen it doesn't work anymore. It really doesn't. Now we need to go out there, get our chances created, and convert them. I think Lacazette has been in a very good fine form, and he's doing up front there, trying to hold up play, playing with PP and Saka. But the end product, if however much you play good football, if you can't score, if you can't create chances, it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. I'm coming back at exactly the end of the second half. And there it went. Second half, no changes. Beautiful football. Beautiful football. It was a very different display. Very different. Beautiful football. But in the end, toothless, and Aston Villa 1, Arsenal 0. They have beaten us home and away this season. It's something that, I never expected. I never predicted that Aston Villa would actually collect 6 points from Arsenal this season, but they have, and comfortably they have. Ole Watkins in the second half, Cedric being so sloppy, Arsenal being so sloppy in the first half. It has actually cost us 3 points this evening. Now those are 2 losses in February, and that means we have dropped 6 points in this month in a space of just 6 days. Actually, we have dropped 6 points, but I think it was a very good second half. And if anyone has seen the second half, they're gonna tell you the story. They're gonna tell you the story otherwise. The Arsenal deserved to win this game by 3-0 or 4-0. But the truth is, that is how Aston Villa played in the first half. They were so good. They had the ball. They did whatever they had to do. I think the only thing they were good at is they had shots on target. They had shots on goal. They have forced so many shots out of Matthew Ryan, and I'm gonna speak about Matthew Ryan in a second. I think he has had a beautiful performance, but of course my man of the match for us is gonna be Nicola Pepe. What a performance from the 25-year-old lad. But look, let's first of all talk about the second half, because we talked about the first half. I think when we come back in the second half, we go out there and show Aston Villa that you want 3 points, and that's what we did. Everything we did, going forward, throwing players up front. You've seen Aston Villa getting us on the break so many times. That resulted from the fact that almost all our fullbacks were playing a high line. All our players were playing a high line, and it was easy for Aston Villa to get us on the break. And I think they did that so well. Ole Watkins getting shots away, Jack Grealish getting shots away, but they were not that dangerous. Of course, Bertrand being the savior of the day there in goal. What a tremendous appearance he has had. Of course, if he were a goalkeeper, he would only wish that was a clean sheet. He would be very, very happy. But I'm still very happy with him. He's had a very good game. He's played so well. Pepe has played so well. I think he's one of those players that actually have helped Arsenal go forward. It was a beautiful performance. So many positives to take away, and I think Mikel Arteta, this is where he has to build from. One of the things I didn't agree with was why does he bring in Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang for Alexander Lacazette? For me, Aubameyang is he's not doing anything. He came on against Wolves in the same manner after 1 hour of seeing Alexander Lacazette, and he's not doing anything. You have a striker who's scoring goals. You have a striker who's on form. Give him 90 minutes. Why do you give him 50 minutes because you want to play Aubameyang, who's not going to give you anything at the moment? Yeah, I know he needs a lot of confidence, but he's down. I do not actually agree with him bringing on Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang for Lacazette. At the beginning of the second half, and I said this in my halftime reaction, we had to bring on Martin Odegaard. You've seen the difference. He's missed 2 chances, one that I think was a little bit more complicated and hard, and the other, which I think he went for the wrong decision. He just went for hard. He could have gone low and for goal, but I do not want to blame him for any of that, because the trash was actually created in the first half. But I think the difference between Odegaard, Emile Smith-Rowe, and Willian is very visible. And what Martin Odegaard brings to Arsenal, he needs to start every game. Look at the way we pass in front of goal, in front of the 18 yards box when he is on that pitch. He's that confident. When he's not on the pitch, most of the times what Arsenal will do, you get that ball and you're gonna pass it in the wings. Now that's easy to defend. I've seen Aston Villa so comfortable. Byron Mings, Matt Cash, Target. They've been so comfortable because there is no way you're gonna beat them. By crossing in the ball. First and foremost, their fullbacks are so good at blocking. Crosses, and then they are very tall centre backs. Tyrone Mings, what a performance today! He's been absolutely marvelous. But I think at the end of the day, credit goes to Aston Villa. They've been on point. When it came to defending, they defended. When it came to counter-attack, they had a very nice and organized counter-attacks. When when it was attacking and controlling the game, they did. But I think for me, I just want to talk about Martin Odegaard and what I said at halftime. You need a player who can control the game. You need a player who's going to make you control the game. And I think that's what Martin Odegaard gives us. And you've seen how long we've had the ball when Aston Villa, when Martin Odegaard came on. You've seen how we were using the ball. You've seen how confident we've been on the ball. You have that kind of player, that kind of attacking leader, that Bruno Fernandes kind of person. He passes the ball going forward, asks the ball, then puts it in positions he wants it to. When it goes to positions he doesn't want to, he asks for it and puts it in other positions. I think that is what Odegaard is about, and that is what Arsenal have to use him for. I disagree with Mikel Arteta. Why didn't Martin Odegaard start? He's had a very good game. Why didn't he play against Wolves? We needed him. We needed to control the game because against Wolves, and I think this was the problem. We scored out of brilliance, out of Pepe's brilliance, but we never controlled the game to the extent we have controlled it today. You have that ball. Aston Villa are absolutely out of the game. All they have to do is defend. It has been 1-0, and of course that's the final score. Bad result. Arsenal now dropping on the table from 10th. I think we shall be around 13th on the table. Poor results in February. They really do not reflect what we have had in January and at the end of December. But I still agree. Mikel Arteta, nice performance, good football. There are times when you lose a game and you're gonna be, this is a bad performance, this is shit, this is pathetic. No, I don't think it was pathetic. I think it was pathetic and sloppy in the first half. Second half, brilliant, superb. Martin Odegaard, everyone that came on that pitch wanted one thing: can we score? And of course, I think the team who were playing, had better ideas on how to defend than the ideas we had on how to actually attack. It has ended 1-0. Not so many things to play. Thomas Partey did limp off the pitch with an injury. I hope he becomes better. That is it for now. Bye bye.